Balidanam Vir Lakshanam. Sacrifice is the hallmark of the brave. That is the motto of the Jammu and Kashmir Light Infantry Regiment, the most highly decorated regiment of the Indian Army post-independence.
We stand in a room that is living proof of this motto. On the walls are photographs of all the award winners of the JAK Li regiment.
These men have brought honor to their regiment and to our country.
JAK Li has given our country many heroes. The most notable among them, Naib Subedar Bana Singh, a living recipient of the Paramveer Chakra, and Naib Subedar Chuninal, the most awarded soldier, decorated soldier in the Indian Army, with a Sena Medal, a Veer Chakra and a Ashok Chakra.
As we stand here amongst the echoes of battles gone by, we're here to find out today at this regimental center what makes these men tick. How do these proud patriots train? What takes a young man from the faraway, secluded regions of Jammu and Kashmir and turns him into a valiant soldier of this nation? And most importantly, what is it that they eat?
Oh, forget!
In the great traditions of the Indian Army, sport is encouraged everywhere. At the JAK Li Center, they make sure that people can understand real combat by putting them in the air rifle shooting range. The BM Call range caters to air rifle shooting for air pistols and air rifles. In battle, the difference between hitting a target and missing it could mean the difference between life and death. So it's very important that every infantryman practices shooting at every opportunity he gets.
Two primary requirements of an infantryman are marksmanship and strength. Wrestling helps the recruits develop the necessary strength and flexibility that will come in very handy in case of unarmed combat in real-life situations.
We would have joined these guys and shown them a thing or two about wrestling. But two things stopped us. Number one, none of them are in our weight category. And number two, we were scared.
We were the commandant of the JAK Li Regimental Center. So thank you very much for your time, sir.
My pleasure.
Thank you, sir, for having us over.
Pleasure.
What is the significance of the JAK Li Regimental Center?
Ours is a very unique regiment. Unlike most other regiments of the Indian Army, which were passed on by the British to India after independence, our regiment was raised after the independence and raised from patriotic volunteers from the state. When the Pakistani invasion came in 1947, our volunteers came forward, and these volunteers were amalgamated later by the Indian Army to make the J&K militia battalions. And as these battalions were made, they went straight into battle. There isn't a war that the nation has seen that my regiment has not seen since independence. Right from the time of our raising, the 47-48 operations, all the way right down to fighting terrorists and militancy in various parts of the country.
So what are some of the attributes that you look for in a recruit when he's joining JAK LI? How will he make a good soldier? What are the things that you're looking out for?
Well, there is a laid down a parameter for every soldier that we take in. Those parameters are in terms of his height, the size of his chest, his weight, and of course he has to be medically fit, absolutely fit, in order to become a good infantry soldier. But it is after we take him in, is how we convert him into a soldier. That's what the whole trick is all about.
What is that trick, sir, that turns just a raw recruit into a soldier of the JAK LI?
Training of the mind, training of the body. At the end of it, we have a very fit, a very motivated, a very patriotic, and a very capable and skillful infantry soldier. Alongside, while we teach him military skills, we also take him, educate him, teach him Hindi, other softer skills of how to eat at a table, something he would have probably never done in his life. And then we even take him as far as introducing him to the basics of computers, because future wars are all about technology and they need to get initiated towards that right here.
So do you think the two of us, if we came in, would pass the medical standards?
You're a bit too wide, I think.
The army always says that to us. What are some of the very unique things or the USPs of this regimental center?
Probably the only regiment or force which had women in our ranks who fought alongside in the 47-48 war alongside the men. Therefore, I think it is only natural, this coincidence of this regimental center having been chosen for the infantry orientation of women officers of the Indian Army. Today, amongst us, we have 23 young women officers who are undergoing infantry orientation with us. Women officers of some of the services are now being granted permanent commission. And because they will serve in the army for a long time, for 30 or 40 years, they need to be oriented to the basic arm, which is the infantry.
What's the one thing that you're most proud of personally about being the commandant of this historic regimental center? What would that be?
This is a regiment where the soldiers have displayed valor, courage and patriotism to the hilt. We today happen to be the most decorated regiment of the Indian Army post-independence. It just goes to show that the soldier from this part of the country is no less than the soldier from anywhere else.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you,
Pleasure
sir.
is mine.
Every weekend we have our haircuts in academy, and
So
that is
how
a
long
part
is your
of
hair
it.
allowed to be when you're in training?
It's
One
this
inch for
one inch.
lady officers and half an inch for male officers.